Hello friends, welcome back to In All Is Art. My name is Angela, and in today's video I'm sharing the process of painting a quadriptych. This piece is for a dear friend of mine. We're doing a little art trade. She's making a mosaic stepping stone with exquisite stained glass, and I am creating this quadriptych acrylic painting with lots of found objects and mixed media. As you can see, you are joining about midway through the process. I had, of course, started with blank canvas and laid down different coats of acrylic paint in the color scheme that I was envisioning, and now I am in the process of just kind of giving more life and depth to that base. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, I really appreciate that you took the time to check it out. This channel is dedicated to all of the different ways that art shows up in our lives. So previous videos have focused on decorating, there's some gardening, and then there's some painting kind of tours. I've done some tours of past pieces. This is the first video where I've shared the process of painting for me. I'm really excited to share how art comes together in my world. I love to watch other people creating pieces, and so it's just kind of neat to share mine. And if you're returning, thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. Each and every one of you are very much appreciated. Every like, every subscribe, every comment really helps grow this channel. I now have 134 subscribers. That is just so incredible, and it really is motivating in my creative process to have that kind of response. The painting process for me is very intuitive. I work with whatever color palette I have in my imagination and pull from different elements in the media. So there's lots of dried flowers, there's semi-precious stones, there are a lot of beads. I use a lot of glitter glue. That's one of my favorite ways to adhere things to the canvas. And then I also stitch things in, wire things in, and you'll see that throughout this process. A little shout out to whimsy and playfulness in this piece. I really enjoy finding things that are already in shapes that I see something in. Like this is definitely, that little wire piece is like a dragon seahorse. I love that it talks to the other seahorse shape that's there in blue. I love that it talks to the dragon eye up there that has the green and the red. that is the way I think of it, is like different elements along the kind of structure of the painting talk to each other. So over here I'm going to put some red stained glass in, and the shape of it really talks to the shape of that dragon eye or dragon face in the canvas next to it. Lots of layering is involved in this process. You can see there's some white drippy glue that is an adhesive up there by the red stained glass piece, and then there's a semicircle at the base of the two canvases in the middle, and those will eventually dry clear and will have some gold gilding. So there's just lots of, this is a very messy and very like involved process, and sometimes the layering processes like create some of the art itself, because I don't anticipate what's going to happen with a drip or the way that a glue and a paint will blend together. You're going to see here in a minute, one of my favorite parts of the painting is how this gold glitter glue interacts with a liquid acrylic, and I just think it is so beautiful. It's almost luminescent the way that the two interact together. A sweet little detail in these paintings are Czech glass buttons, vintage Czech glass buttons. I will share a link for the person I purchased these from in the comments below. She has a group on Facebook, and I think that this particular button really pulls from the iridescent glass that's next to it and also complements the bronze of that little seahorse dragon creature that I'm stitching in. Here's a fun little piece. This is from a boutonniere supply. I found some of these on Etsy, or no, it was eBay. And finding little just random bits and bobs like this really makes me happy. And using them in unexpected ways, like this is just an eyeball in the middle of the painting with beautiful eyelashes and a Czech glass pupil. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some inspiration. I hope you get out there and play and create. Play with color, play with pattern, play with media that you haven't used before. Creativity is vital, right? And we know that joy is resistance.